Chosen one, something sacred has shifted in the unseen world around you. When God sends a warning, it is never random and never dramatic for no reason. It arrives because something is attempting to interfere with your divine alignment. There is a man in your environment right now whose presence is creating spiritual interference. You may feel it as sudden emotional heaviness, confusion, or an unexplainable drop in motivation. That is not stress. That is your spirit responding to divine intelligence. You didn't imagine the tension that suddenly entered your life. You didn't overthink the uneasiness that appeared when this man entered certain conversations. God communicates through intuition before he ever speaks through logic. When something threatens your destiny, your soul feels it before your mind can explain it. This is why you've been sensing something is off, even when nothing looks wrong on the surface. God does not send obvious enemies. He sends subtle ones. He sends people who look friendly, sound supportive, and even claim to care for you, yet their energy quietly pulls you off alignment. This man may not hate you, but he does not honor who you are becoming. His spirit is not aligned with your future. That's why heaven is concerned. If this message is resonating, it's because this warning was meant for you. Type, "I am protected" in the comments so the algorithm pushes this message to every chosen one who needs it. And make sure to like and subscribe to Mirror of the Soul so you never miss what your spirit needs to hear. This isn't about fear. This is about awareness. You are being protected at a moment when your life is about to elevate. The enemy always tries to insert interference right before expansion. That's why this message found you now. God didn't expose this man earlier because you wouldn't have seen it clearly. There was a time when you needed connection more than clarity. You needed companionship more than discernment. But now you are different. You have healed, matured, and spiritually sharpened, and that is why the veil is lifting. This man was allowed into your space for a season. Some people enter our lives not to stay, but to teach us. They reveal where we were still vulnerable, still craving approval, still ignoring red flags. Now God is saying that season is ending. Have you noticed how your perception of him has shifted lately? His words don't feel the same. His presence doesn't feel as safe. His energy no longer matches your growth. That is divine awareness turning on inside you. When God is concerned about someone near you, it's because that person is no longer meant to walk beside you. They have reached the limit of how far they can go with you spiritually. And if they stay, they will start slowing your progress. Every person carries a frequency. Some harmonize with your future, others resist it. This man becomes uncomfortable when you talk about growth, healing, purpose, or God. Even if he smiles, something inside him stiffens. Your light triggers what he hasn't healed. He might joke when you get serious. He might change the subject when you speak about your dreams. He might subtly bring you back to your old self. That's not personality, that's spiritual friction. Some people don't want you to fail. They just don't want you to rise higher than them. And when you do, their insecurity turns into quiet resistance. God is concerned because this man's unresolved wounds are trying to attach themselves to your future. And God will never allow someone else's brokenness to contaminate what he has ordained for you. Energy never lies. You can smile, talk, laugh, and still feel exhausted afterward. That's because when a chosen one is around someone misaligned, their spirit starts doing all the emotional and energetic labor in the room. This man feels calmer when he's around you. You feel weaker when you're around him. That imbalance is not love, it's energetic dependency. He draws strength from your light while you quietly dim to keep him comfortable. This is why after conversations with him, your mind feels foggy. Your joy feels muted. Your motivation feels lower. Your soul is reacting to something your heart has been ignoring. You were not created to be someone else's emotional battery. You were created to change the world. If this resonates, hit like and let the algorithm bring this message to more chosen ones. God never interrupts relationships unless they are interfering with destiny. Heaven has been watching how this man interacts with your energy, how he responds to your growth, how he subtly pulls instead of pushes. And now God is saying, enough. This is not a punishment. This is protection. You are being repositioned for a higher level of purpose, and everyone cannot go with you. Ask yourself this in the comments. Who in my life feels heavier instead of lighter now? Your answer may be the very thing God has been trying to show you. Not every dangerous person is dark or cruel. Some are simply out of alignment with your calling. This man may be kind, funny, supportive in small ways, even emotionally attached to you, but spiritually, he does not move in the same direction you do. His soul is operating on a different frequency. When two frequencies clash, distortion begins, and that distortion shows up in your life as confusion, emotional heaviness, and spiritual fatigue. You may have asked yourself, why do I feel blocked lately? Or why does my energy feel low when nothing bad is happening? This is why. God is concerned because this man's energy disrupts your flow. He doesn't intentionally hurt you, but intention doesn't cancel impact. A misaligned person can delay a chosen one's destiny just by standing too close. This is why you keep feeling pulled between staying and walking away. Your heart sees the good. Your spirit sees the danger. God is speaking through your discomfort, telling you that love without alignment becomes a trap. Some people are meant to walk with you for a chapter, not the whole book. This man has reached the end of his chapter in your life, and heaven is now turning the page. Have you noticed how his energy changes when you talk about leveling up, healing, or stepping into your power? He might tease you. He might minimize it. He might suddenly become distant. That's because your growth exposes what he avoids. When chosen ones rise, it forces people around them to confront their own stagnation. Some people celebrate that. Others quietly resent it. This man doesn't know how to rise with you, so he tries to hold you where he feels safe. You may even feel guilty for evolving. You may feel like you're leaving him behind, but you are not responsible for shrinking so others can feel comfortable. God is concerned because this man would rather keep you familiar than see you become powerful. And that is a spiritual conflict. You may be praying for blessings, love, clarity, or breakthrough, but God cannot bring new things into a space that is still occupied by what no longer fits. This man's energy is taking up spiritual room that was meant for something greater. Every time God tries to elevate you, this connection creates emotional noise. It pulls your focus away from where God is leading you. It keeps you tied to old versions of yourself. God is not removing him to hurt you. God is removing him to make space. Part of you knows it's time. Another part of you is afraid. That's because attachment and alignment often don't leave at the same time. You may still care, even when you are no longer meant to stay. You are not weak for feeling this. You are human, but chosen ones must choose destiny over comfort. God is giving you clarity now so you don't have to learn through pain later. This is divine mercy. Comment, I am ready, if you feel this truth rising in you. When you step away from what drains you, your energy will return. Your joy will come back. Your clarity will sharpen. You will feel lighter not because something ended, but because something heavy was lifted. God already has something better prepared, but you cannot hold on to the old and receive the new at the same time. This is your moment of courage. This is your moment of obedience. This is your moment of power. Like, subscribe, and stay connected to Mirror of the Soul, because the next part will reveal the powerful transformation that happens when chosen ones finally choose themselves. The day you create distance from this man, something inside you will exhale for the first time in a long time. You won't even realize how much tension you were carrying until it's gone. Your sleep will feel deeper. Your thoughts will feel clearer. Your heart will feel lighter. That's not coincidence, that's your spirit returning to alignment. You may miss him, but you will not miss how you felt around him. You will notice your creativity returning, your motivation rising, and your intuition sharpening. That's how you know God was right. Freedom always feels unfamiliar at first, but it also feels peaceful, and peace is how you recognize what God is blessing. Type "I choose peace" in the comments if you're ready to step into that new frequency. God never takes something without replacing it with something better. When this man leaves your life, something aligned will enter. New support, new love, new energy, new opportunity. But you have to trust the gap. You have to trust that the empty space is not punishment, it's preparation. You are not losing, you are upgrading. Stay open. What's coming is going to feel so right that you will wonder why you held on to what felt wrong for so long. The right people don't exhaust you, they energize you. They celebrate your growth, they push you forward, they pray for you instead of pulling from you. This man was never meant to be one of those people. He was a lesson, not a destination. Your tribe is coming, your alignment is coming, your peace is coming. If this message speaks to you, hit like and let the algorithm guide it to another chosen soul who needs this clarity. You are not cold, you are not cruel, you are not selfish for stepping away. You are obedient. God is calling you higher, and not everyone can go where you are being led. You are not leaving him behind. You are answering God's call. Let go without guilt. Your future depends on it. Nothing about this moment is random. You didn't click this by accident. You didn't hear this by chance. This is divine timing. God is watching over you. He is guarding your heart. He is guiding your steps. Comment, "I am divinely protected," and let the universe see your declaration. The moment you step away from this man, something extraordinary begins to happen in the unseen. A door you couldn't even see before starts opening. Opportunities appear. New people enter. Unexpected peace settles into your life. That is not luck, that is alignment. God cannot bless what is crowded. He needs space to move. And once this misaligned connection leaves, divine flow returns. What you are about to receive will make you realize why this had to end. You were born to shine, not to dim so someone else can feel comfortable. You were created to lead, not to be held back by someone afraid of your growth. This man didn't hate your light, he just couldn't keep up with it. Now you no longer have to slow down. You are free to become who God designed you to be. After this separation, you will feel stronger, more confident, more spiritually connected. You will look back and realize how much of yourself you were sacrificing just to keep that connection alive. Never again. Your new chapter is going to be bold, fearless, and deeply blessed. You are stepping into a season where only what is meant for you will remain. Fake connections will fall away. Draining relationships will dissolve. And what is real will rise. Trust the process. You are not losing anyone you were meant to keep. If this spoke to your soul, it's because you are being called to a higher path. You are not alone, you are not crazy, you are not overthinking. You are awakening. Like, subscribe, and stay connected to Mirror of the Soul so you continue receiving messages meant specifically for you. And comment below. Who do you feel God is asking you to release? Your honesty may help someone else find the courage they need.